this episode, things take a turn for the worst. This is how the next few days unfolded. So we're about halfway between Teddy Roosevelt National Park and Glacier National Park. We stopped last night at a shady RV park. Well, that's what they call themselves. It's very windy. Mike thinks it's wildfire smoke coming from Canada. It smells a bit like smoke too, which is a shame. Change of plans. We're not going to Glacier now. For one, the wildfire smoke looks pretty bad over there, and the other, my dad's not well, so we thought we'll start heading south towards getting home in case we need to. So hopefully he'll be fine, but he's 93. Anything going wrong at that age is never a good sign. We drove 10 hours that day and arrived late in the town of Gardner, right on the edge of Yellowstone National Park. All of the camping grounds were full. We were just so tired that we stopped on the side of the road to sleep. Got up bright and early the next morning and entered Yellowstone National Park at 6 a.m. The road south actually drives through Yellowstone National Park and Grand Teton National Park, which meant we could do a little sightseeing on the way. We've come in at the north entrance. We just passed through Mammoth Springs after we've entered in, and the first sign you get is some geothermal activity on our right. Gone from having continuous 40-degree days and it dropped to 11 degrees, and I can see why. There's snow up on the hills over there. Just stopped off to have a look at the obsidian cliffs. So peaceful here. I'm looking out for a bear, but I can't see one. Good being here early, not too many people about. At around 10 a.m, the park started to get really busy, and there were queues of traffic to get into the major sightseeing attractions such as Old Faithful and the Grand Prismatic Spring. So I just put up some stock footage and you can see what we missed out on. So that was our quick race through Yellowstone. Now we're coming into Grand Teton National Park shortly. It's a bit sad there, the sign saying last month animals that have been hit by cars: 1 bear, 5 elk and 8 deer. I wouldn't want to drive through here at night. What a spot, hey? To stop and make a cup of coffee and have some lunch. It was another long day of driving. We actually drove 12 hours today before we finally found a little campground just south of Salt Lake City in Utah, the Deer Creek State Park. It was a great little spot to stop the night. It turned out my dad was worse than initially thought, and there was a chance he may not be there when we got back. So we didn't want to waste too much time. I knew when we came away on this trip that there was a chance I might not see him again, but he was happy for us to go. We had regular video calls, and he loved our van, and his eyes lit up when I told him about our adventures. One of the last things he said to me was, just keep on doing what you're doing and having fun. We had so much to do before we could fly home. We'd already booked a storage unit in Vegas, so we hoped we could change the date. We also needed to clean out our van, find our way to Los Angeles and change our flights home. But with about 1,000 miles to travel, we didn't know exactly how long it would take us to drive to Vegas, so we couldn't make any changes until we had a better idea. So I gave Mike the sole task of driving us safely while I sorted out the remainder, ticking off things one thing at a time. First of all, I rang our storage unit to make sure we could put our van in early. That was no problem, and we were able to change our flights from LA to Auckland. To cut a long story short, we fast-tracked it to Las Vegas, found the storage place, gave our van a very quick clean. Yeah, so that's it. We're saying goodbye to Roger. See you, Roger, next time. He's staying in this place while we're away. We finally arrived in Las Vegas airport and booked the next flight to LA. We had a few dramas which involved dialing 911, so if you'd like the long story, head over to our blog post on our webpage, which I'll link in the description below. While we waited for our flight, we booked the hotel near LA airport. We've just got 11 hours to a flight. We're in LA at a hotel sitting around by the pool, and there's a couple of girls here doing a live stream, and they're famous. Chrissy Mia. We're just watching them live stream over there. Yeah, are we allowed to vlog you guys while you're vlogging?
You guys are from Australia.
New Zealand!
Oh, New Zealand. Sorry, that's completely different. What brings you guys here to the Sheraton?
We're flying back to New Zealand tonight.
Ooh,
but we've been road tripping.
tonight.
We've been road tripping the USA for the last 4 months.
I love that.
In our retro caravan.
You're like
camper van.
van people.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Oh, that's so cool. What's your channel called? So we can check it out.
It's Nomad Life Kiwi.
All right, we're gonna check it out.
All right, thank you. Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah. Say hello to the people. Right. We're stream planning. Yeah. We're watching you. This is like Inception here. Inception.
Chrissy Mayer and Keanu Thompson are comedians from New York, and it was so much fun meeting them, and a great way to distract us from the real reason we were heading home early. We then made our way to the airport.
I was on a plane to California. I had all the time I'd ever need. Did you even know I was looking for you? I think that I was hiding in between. How long did you wait for me?
So we're just at LAX airport. We're in the Star Alliance lounge. Look at this, it's beautiful. Sitting outside, you can sit outside, watch the planes take off. Yeah, there's a little bit of a funny story how we got there. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'll show you around. Normally to get into this lounge you need to have a business class ticket, or you need to be a gold or elite member. We're none of those, so the other thing you can do is you can pay to come in, and it's $75 per person. And we decided, oh yeah, let's do that, because we spent $100 the previous night just having a burger and some drinks in Vegas. But when Mike went to hand over his car to pay for it, it was declined, and we realised we didn't have enough money on it. And then he pulled out another card and he thought, oh, I don't have enough money on that either. And they go, oh, don't worry about it, we'll just let you in. So they took one payment. It cost us $75 to come in here. So we booked a sky couch. That basically means we've got 3 seats to ourselves, and it folds up into a little bed. So I'll show you when we get on board.
Down the motorway, there was something about you that day. I can still hear the shimmering sound.
We had an uneventful flight and even managed to get a good sleep.
To the very top, we couldn't tell the sky from the ground. I know my life will never be the same after that day. You wrap me around your fingers and you stay.
We landed at Auckland Airport, expected to be met with the news that my dad had died, but he was still hanging in there.
In spite of all, you're my best friend.
We were very thankful to see Dad for one last time as he passed away just hours after our arrival back. So that ends our USA 2023 trip, but we'll be back in 2024 to rescue Roger from storage for the big drive up to Alaska and the Arctic Circle to see the midnight sun. In the meantime, stay tuned as we'll have some New Zealand adventures to come.